Hello, and welcome to our video describing basic phone operation on the CadyCloud Workforce Phone. Though this video will be specific to the Workforce Phone, it is applicable to other phones in the CadyCloud range, specifically the Welcome Console. The only difference between these two phones is that the Welcome Console has the Sidecar that allows for additional buttons to be programmed. The first thing we'll do is take you on a quick tour of the phone, and then we'll talk about basic call operation. The first thing that you'll notice when you look at the phone is the central display. There are buttons down either side of the display that activate features programmed into the actual display itself. The display will always have your extension number and the time and the date. When a call is coming in or when you're on a call, it will also display the caller ID. At the bottom of the display, you'll see this solid blue line. That solid blue line we call the soft key area because the functions that they perform will change based upon what the phone is doing at the time. You'll see right now it has history, phone book, and feature. When I'm on a call, I'll be presented with other options like transfer and conference. You'll notice that at the very bottom of the screen, there's two little indicators, tiny squares, where the left one is solid blue and the right one is open. This means that there are two pages to this display. To go to the second page, use the navigation button, and you can see the indicator changes as you change pages. Beneath the display is the navigation area. This is nothing more than an up and down, left and right arrow key with an enter button in the middle. In the upper right-hand corner is a cancel button. That cancel button will exit you out of the last operation that you performed. If you're on a call, it will act as a hang-up key, or it will back you out of menus that you may be in on the display. Underneath the navigation key, you have the standard keypad. Let me call your attention to the star key. In the star key, there is a tiny do not enter symbol in the lower right-hand corner. This is the do not disturb button. To activate the do not disturb on this button, you would hold down this key for 3 to 5 seconds, and it would put your phone in do not disturb. Repeating the process would turn do not disturb off. To the right of the standard keypad, you have the fixed function keys that are programmed into the phone. The phone-to-phone symbol is transfer. That allows you to transfer a call to another user or to an outside number. Transfer will also come up as a soft key. The circle with the arrow back is a redial button. What it actually does, however, is get you to a call history menu that you can then use the navigation button to scroll through in order to get to the number that you want to dial. Underneath that is a headset key. If you're using a headset, the headset key should be on so that the phone knows that you're using a headset. Underneath that is the microphone with the line through it. That's mute. The person on the other end will not be able to hear you, but you can still hear them. On the top of the next column is an envelope key. That's your message key. That will get you into the voicemail system. When you have a voicemail in your voicemail box, this LED indicator in the upper right-hand corner of the screen will be flashing. To get into your mailbox, you would hit that voicemail key and the display will change and prompt you for your password. Below that is a directory key. The directory key will get you to the contacts that have been programmed on your phone by your administrator. Underneath that, you have the large speaker button that will let you go hands-free. And then at the very bottom of this area, you have a volume slider, which will let you control the volume up and down. The way the phone is sitting here on the desk, it will control the ring volume. If I was on the handset, it will control the handset volume. If I was on speaker, it would control the speaker volume. Let's talk about basic phone operation. The first thing I want to talk about is how to log into your phone if your phone is ever logged out. With the CadyCloud phone system, you can log into any phone as long as you have your user ID and password. To log into any phone, you would dial *99 on the keypad and hit send.
Please enter your phone number, followed by the pound.
The phone number that it's asking for is your extension number. When you enter your pound to enter the extension number, it will then prompt you for your password. Input the password that you've been given by your administrator, and you will be logged into that phone. That phone now becomes your extension. You should never have to perform this function, as we will log in the phones for you. However, there may come a time when you come into the office in the morning and your phone just says login with a random number after it. This means that your phone has become logged out for some reason. Follow the previous process for logging into your phone to log back in. Now let's talk about 911. To dial 911 on this phone system, you dial 911. You do not have to dial an outside access code, you just dial 911. However, if you are using the speakerphone, as I am here in this demonstration, you do need to hit the send soft key in order to get that entry to dial. You can also pick up the handset and it will dial that emergency number. If I am someone who picks up the phone and then dials, it will time out and then dial the call automatically. Let's talk about making a call. To make a call on the CadyCloud phone system, you simply dial the 10-digit number that you want to dial. You do not have to dial an outside access code, and you do not have to dial 1 for a long-distance call. It's much more like a cell phone than it is a traditional business phone system. Again, if I'm dialing on speaker, I need to hit the send key in order to get that call to go. How about answering a call? When a call comes in, you simply pick up the handset as the phone's ringing. Let's get a call on the line and demonstrate. There, you see the incoming call. At this time, I can either pick up the handset or hit the answer button, or I can hit the flashing line key. All of these will answer the phone. As I pick up the handset, notice that the caller ID of the line that has just called me displays. I also have different soft keys that are now displaying on my display. Let's talk about how to place a call on hold. With a live call on the line, you can see that in my soft key display, I have the option to place this call on hold. I hit the hold soft key, I can hang up the handset, and you can see that the display changes to an animation that says hold. I also have the key flashing on my call key. I also have the resume soft key. To get the call back, I simply hit the flashing call key, or I can hit the resume soft key. Let's talk about call transfer. In order to transfer a call, I need a live call on the line. Let's get one. To transfer this call, I can either hit the transfer soft key or I can use the hard program transfer key on the phone. I'm going to use the hard program transfer key. They work exactly the same way. I hit the transfer button. Now I dial either the extension or the external number that I want to dial. Note that if I do have buttons programmed on my phone representing other people in the office, I can choose one of those buttons, and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to transfer this call to Mike D. You can see that that call is now initiating a call to that extension. I can either complete the transfer by hanging up, hitting transfer, or I can stay on the line and ask if Mike wants to talk to me. But I'm going to go ahead and complete the transfer by hitting the transfer button. You can see the call that was flashing on that call key was an indication of that other extension on my phone. The lighted LED showed me that that call was ringing on that extension. Call has now been transferred. Now let's talk about blind transfer. A blind transfer is when you pass a call to another user without announcing it first. Let's see how that works. First, we need to get a live call on the line. Once the call connects, you get your soft keys that display. Notice that transfer is one of the soft keys. I will hit the transfer button. I dial either the internal extension or the external party that I want to transfer to. I'm going to choose external. And then I hit transfer to complete the transfer. The last type of transfer I want to talk about is transferring directly to someone's voicemail box. You can do that on the CadyCloud system. The live call on the line, you see that you still have transfer as one of your options, but to transfer someone directly into an extension's voicemail box, you're going to press 8 plus their extension. I know that Mike's extension is 7306, so I'm going to transfer to 87306 and transfer to complete the transfer. Now let's talk about conference calling. The CadyCloud system is capable of performing a three-way conference. To create a three-way conference, you need 2 live calls on the line. Let's get 2 up right now. Okay, there's my first live call. To get a second call on the line, you hit the new soft key. New soft key will give me a place to dial another number. I'm going to go ahead and dial that second call. Now when that second call answers, now the option for conference, C-O-N-F, comes up in my soft key display. To join these calls together, I hit that button, and now it shows me the 2 calls that are connected in my conference call. To end the conference call, you can simply hang up the phone, or you can hold the conference or split the conference from the soft key display. Let's talk about Call Park. Call Park is a feature that allows you to place a call on hold and allow anyone else that has access to that park key pick that call up from their phone. If I want to park this call, I need to be able to see my park key. Notice that the display has changed and the display is now taken over with the call that I have live. To get to your neutral display, go to the navigation button and click over once. There you will see your main screen and you can see the park button. To transfer this call to the park, hit the park key and then hang up. And that call is now parked on that park zone. Notice that in the display, the caller ID of the caller who is parked there is visible on that key. You also have the flashing indicator that lets you know that a call is parked there. I can then go to any other phone that has that same park key programmed on it and pick up that call simply by hitting the flashing key. That call is now live on my extension. Let's talk briefly about voicemail. If you have a voicemail set up that's associated with your extension, you will need to set that up for the first time. Remember, if you have a message in your voicemail box, the LED at the upper right-hand corner of the display will be flashing. To access a voicemail, when you have a voicemail in your voicemail box, you would hit the envelope key in order to bring up the password challenge. When I do not have a light lit on my phone, or when I need to set up my voicemail for the first time, I need to access the voicemail system directly. On the CadyCloud system, to access your voicemail system directly, you need to dial the code *81.
Please enter the password.
The phone recognizes me as me, so it's not prompting me for my individual extension number. It's just asking me for my password. Your default password will be provided by your system administrator. Once you're in the voicemail system, you would follow the prompts to get to your setup options and then record your greetings. There is both a busy and an unavailable greeting that you can set up in the voicemail system. Please record both greetings as they are both used in the system. After you've accessed the voicemail system via *81 and set up your voicemail, you really don't need to access the *81 menu again, as you will be able to access your messages through the voicemail key on the phone. If you want to change your greeting, however, at any time, you will want to access that *81 menu to get in and change your greetings. This concludes our video covering the basic call operation of the CadyCloud Workforce Phone. If you have any questions, please visit our website at www.cadybt.com.